Hello, and welcome to Stuffs You Missed. Today, we're journeying to the heart of the Indonesian archipelago, to the island of Java, to explore a story that beautifully intertwines grief, love, and the spiritual world. We will delve into the legend of a unique spirit, one not born of terror or vengeance, but of profound tenderness and a desire to heal. In the cultural memory of Central Java, particularly in the regions of Semarang and the historical court of Kartasura, the unseen world is never entirely separate from the living one. Javanese society has long believed that reality consists of two interconnected realms: the visible world, known as alam nyata, and the invisible world, the alam gaib. These two dimensions are thought to exist side by side, maintained in a delicate and perpetual balance. Among the many spirits that populate the oral traditions of this land, there is one whose presence is not feared but gently respected. Her name is Dhenok Dheblong, a figure whose story reflects deep-seated beliefs about grief, the power of love, healing, and the uniquely Javanese understanding of spiritual harmony. The name Dhenok Dheblong itself already reveals much about her character and the nature of her being. In the everyday dialect of Semarang and its surrounding areas, Dhenok is a warm and affectionate term used to address a young woman or girl who is considered beautiful, polite, and gentle in her manner. It is a term of endearment, carrying no supernatural connotations on its own. The word Dheblong, on the other hand, describes a state of simplicity, profound innocence, and a pure, childlike nature, sometimes even bordering on navit. When these two words are combined, the phrase evokes a powerful and specific image, that of a small, pure, and gentle child. This linguistic softness is crucial because unlike many spirits in Southeast Asian folklore who are associated with anger, tragedy, and revenge, Dhenok Dheblong is remembered and revered as a benevolent, comforting presence. To fully appreciate the story of Dhenok Dheblong, one must understand the Javanese perspective on spirits. In this worldview, spiritual entities are rarely categorized into the strict Western binaries of good and evil. Instead, their nature and disposition are seen as fluid, largely determined by the circumstances of their death and their relationship with the living world. The emotional state of an individual at the moment of their passing, their lingering attachments to loved ones, and any unresolved relationships are all believed to shape the essence of the spirit they become. A soul that departs in anger or with a thirst for vengeance might return as a malevolent force. However, a spirit bound by profound love, particularly the unbreakable bond between a parent and child, may return not to haunt or harm, but to offer guidance, comfort, and help. The historical setting for this poignant legend is the ancient court city of Kartasura, which once served as the capital of the powerful Mataram Sultanate in the 17th and 18th centuries. This region has long been a center of Javanese high culture, known for its intricate court rituals, deep-rooted mysticism, and the prevalence of spiritual practitioners, or it was within this spiritually charged environment, where the veil between the visible and invisible was considered particularly thin, that the story of Dhenok Dheblong is said to have originated. The tale begins with an unimaginable tragedy, one that was sadly all too common in traditional Javanese society. A mother loses her infant child. Infant mortality was a frequent and heartbreaking reality, and the grief experienced by the mother was profound and deep, soul-crushing sorrow known in Javanese as lara batin, or inner wound. In Javanese spiritual belief, such intense, unresolved grief is considered a powerful force, one capable of disturbing the delicate balance between the alam nyata and the alam gaib. The legend specifies that the spiritual turning point occurred on the Tuesday Kliwon night. To understand the significance of this, we must look to the Javanese calendar, a complex system that intertwines a 7-day week with a 5-day market week, or peng. Within this system, each day holds a unique spiritual weight. The day Kliwon is considered one of the most spiritually powerful days in the cycle, a time when unseen energies are at their peak. The day of the week, Tuesday, is often associated with intense emotional states, fire, and dynamic change. Therefore, the night of a Tuesday Kliwon is believed to be a liminal time, an auspicious and potent moment when the boundary between the world of the living and the world of spirits becomes exceptionally thin, allowing for communication and crossover. It was on such a night, in the depths of her sorrow, that the mother felt the presence of her lost child. This was not a violent haunting or a terrifying apparition. Instead, the baby's spirit returned gently. Its presence felt as a subtle comfort, a quiet companionship in the lonely darkness. The spirit did not come to frighten and demand, but simply to be with its mother, to soothe her aching heart and ease her lara batin. This quiet, loving return of the child's soul is the foundational moment of the Dhenok Dheblong legend. The grieving mother, her heart now touched by this supernatural connection, underwent a profound transformation. she did not remain lost in her sorrow. Instead, she channeled her experience into a new purpose, eventually becoming a dukun, or a traditional Javanese healer. In the Javanese tradition, healing is not merely about curing physical ailments. It is about restoring harmony. Illness is often viewed as a symptom of a deeper imbalance, be it spiritual, emotional, or social, and a true healer works to realign these disrupted energies. The spiritual relationship that developed between the mother and a child's spirit was not one of possession where the spirit takes control of the body. Rather, it was a form of sacred partnership and spiritual assistance. The child's spirit, now classified as a gentle, refined spirit, would provide its mother with intuitive guidance and insight. This form of spiritual communication is often described as DBC, which translates to being whispered to. The mother would receive subtle feelings, premonitions, and an intuitive understanding of her patient's afflictions, guided by the pure perception of her spirit child. This gentle guidance became the cornerstone of her healing practice, allowing her to perceive the root causes of illness that were hidden from ordinary sight. This connection explains why the legend of Dhenok Dheblong is so closely associated with specific forms of traditional healing. Healers who work with the aid of this spirit are often known for their skills in what might be called alternative medicine, particularly traditional Javanese massage and the practice of bone alignment. These practitioners often claim that they do not rely solely on physical knowledge but are guided by an unseen hand. They describe being able to feel a patient's injuries, or blockages in energy flow with a clarity that seems to transcend their own senses, as if their hands are being directed by this benevolent, intuitive force. The symbolism of the child's spirit is deeply significant in Javanese culture. Children are universally seen as symbols of purity, innocence, and honesty. In a spiritual context, their lack of worldly cynicism and ego is believed to grant them a special clarity. Because Dhenok Dheblong exists as the pure essence of a child, she is thought to be able to perceive truths, imbalances, and spiritual afflictions that are invisible to the more complicated and cluttered minds of adults. Her perception is unclouded by judgment or deceit, making her an ideal spiritual guide for a healer. Reflecting her gentle and pure nature, the offerings made to Dhenok Dheblong are simple and humble. There are no elaborate rituals or sacrifices. Instead, those who seek her assistance or wish to show respect leave modest tokens of affection, such as fresh flowers, especially jasmine, small portions of sweet foods, and a glass of clean water. This is crucial. Dhenok Dheblong is not a deity to be worshipped or a spirit to be commanded. She is a presence to be treated with the same gentleness, respect, and love that one would show to a small child. The relationship is one of mutual respect and quiet partnership, not of supplication or control. In the modern era, the story of Dhenok Dheblong is interpreted in various ways. For many, she exists as a powerful cultural metaphor for the power of intuitive healing, representing the idea that true compassion and empathy are the greatest tools a healer can possess. Psychologically, she can be seen as the personification of a mother-esque grief transformed into a force for good, a psychological guide shaped by the enduring power of love and memory. And yet, for a quiet community of traditional healers in central Java, the belief in her literal presence persists. They continue their work, whispering their gratitude for the unseen child spirit who guides their hands and shares her pure vision. Ultimately, the cultural significance of Dhenok Dheblong lies in her powerful counter-narrative to the more common, violent ghost folklore found across the world. Her story is not about revenge, but about healing. Not about terror, but about love transcending the finality of death. She represents the profound Javanese belief that grief, when processed through love and acceptance, can be transformed into a powerful, compassionate service to others. She is a symbol of hope, a testament to a worldview in which the dead are not entirely gone, and where the sacred bond between a parent and child can continue to bring light and healing into the world. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will be back next day with another fascinating story from our world's rich history. Bye, and I wish you a very good night.